Hello, my friends. How are we doing? So I am hopping on a little early this week, although we will be on Thursday as well for our live, I think it's tips and tricks this week, and I have a couple of things up my sleeve, but I'm busy working on filming a class for you guys. So this class actually starts next Tuesday, the 14th, and registration ends on the 11th. So hang on real quick. Let me just double check that the sound is working like I usually do, because we've had so many hiccups in the past that I just don't trust it anymore. So let me see if we can hear everything.
The sound is working.
It's working. Awesome. Okay. So anyway, this class, it starts on Tuesday. We have two options for you. We have an in-person class, which is actually going to be hosted in my home studio now instead of at Calico Cat Quilt Shop. We have a whole setup down here now. We just actually sold our old long arms, so we have a little bit more space in here for a classroom again. And we'll be able to set up all of the sewing tools that you're going to need, so you don't even have to bring anything except your fabric and your book unless you want to. If you want to bring your sewing machine or any tools that you like to use, you're welcome to do that, but you don't have to now, which is so nice because, you know, in the fall it starts getting yucky, it's windy, unfortunately, and snowy and all that stuff. And it's just such a pain to have to carry all of your tools and equipment in and out of your house and in and out of mine and everything like that. So you get to come join me in my home studio and see all of this in person. So we have that option. And then we also have the online version. So if you're not local to Casper, Wyoming, you can still join us. We have an online pre-recorded class breaking down every single step that you're going to need to know to make this project. So I should grab the project and show you what I made. So I made a couple practice blocks here, and this is going to be my table runner. So there's two different options within the class itself. So you can turn these blocks into placemats, or you can turn them into cute little table runners. So I have a couple of my blocks here. Look at Mr. Cookie. Isn't he adorable? I still need to embroider his little smile on, but I marked it with a fabric marker so I know where to go. And then I sewed all those cute little buttons on. Isn't he adorable? So we're going to make Mr. Cookie, and we're going to make Mr. Snowman. Isn't that cute? So he still needs some embroidery work done as well, which you're going to learn that and how to attach the buttons and all those fun little things. Of course, that's optional. You can use your sewing machine to sew those arms and the nose on and everything like that. So you don't have to do it by hand, but I like doing handwork. It's relaxing. And then there's old Saint Nick. Isn't he so cute? There we go. So he needs some embroidered cheeks on there as well. He's so fun. And then the Christmas tree. And so I sewed a whole bunch of buttons on that too, so that we can decorate the Christmas tree for that. So these are the 4 blocks that you'll learn how to make within this class, but you will get Lori Holt's farm or vintage Christmas book with this class. So you can make these 4 in the class, learn how Lori Holt's patterns work, and then dive into the rest of the patterns on your own and create so many different types of Christmas projects. And now is a great time to get started on these because you have a few months before Christmas, so you'll get them done in time, I promise. They're very easy and simple to do. So if you're feeling intimidated by these blocks, like, yeah, right, I can never make that, I help walk you through everything, breaking it down step by step. So even if you are a brand new beginner quilter, as long as you know how to kind of work a sewing machine, I'm going to help you learn how to do it even better. So I would love for you to join us. And then after you've made these 4 blocks, you'll be able to dive in and finish the rest of the blocks that you want to make. But the back of the book, she has tons and tons and tons of different ideas on different quilts you can make. You can make samplers. You can make a 1-block quilt like these. Aren't those cute? So many different ideas. You can make pillowcases. You can make mug rugs. You can do anything. So you can make a ton of Christmas presents out of this one book and make them all unique and individual. But I have to show you this cute quilt too. Isn't that adorable? So that's another bonus block that she has in this book, full of all of these tutorials on how to make this little car and the tree and everything like that. So I debated on doing this one as a class, but I figured let's make it easier so that you get that quick win and you can feel confident in creating these quilt blocks on your own. So with besides making these quilt blocks, you're going to learn how to turn them into placemats or into table runners. And you're going to learn how to do the quilting on a domestic sewing machine. So there's two different options. There's one you can choose to do with free motion quilting, and I show you the beginner basics of how to set up your sewing machine for that, and some different designs that you can do, and then we'll get some practice before we tackle putting that design on our blocks. Or you can choose to do free or walking foot quilting. So even if you don't have a walking foot, you can do this with just an open toe foot. It's super easy, straight lines, marking. As long as you can follow a line, you can do this. It's so much fun. So I hope that you will join us for this class. There's only a few more days left in registration. It closes on Saturday, September 11th, and then we'll get started on the 14th. So also I wanted to show you a sneak peek into the classroom here real quick. So let me share my screen so you can see what's going on in there. Here we go. Okay, so this is my website here, and when you become a student of any of my courses, you get to log in. So you would click your little picture or your avatar over here, and then you would either sign in or click my library, and then it goes to my courses. So these are all the different courses that we have available. Not every one of these is open right now. Farm Girl Vintage is open. Quilting Journey membership, our academy, will open in October. And then these ones are closed currently, but they'll reopen next year. And right now, Vintage Christmas is open. So you would click on that. So as soon as you purchase that, it will come up in your library. And you click on that, and here is the classroom. So it shows you how many lessons are in this class. And it shows you your progress as well. So if you've watched 2 videos, it'll show you are done with 2 of those. So you just start here, you watch the welcome video, and then you come down here to the start here. And you click on that, and it will take you over to the videos, which says coming soon because it officially starts on Tuesday. So it's not going to show anything quite yet. But there'll be videos within there telling you how to get set up and how to get started on all the things that you'll need. Supplies, all those kinds of things. Then if you are a brand new beginner, this section will cover every beginner lesson that you'll need to know on how to set up your sewing machine, how to use a rotary cutter, how to iron your fabric, and so on. So anything that you need to know for a beginner is in there. And then we'll cut out our fabric. Now that is a section that you can just do one video at a time and then come back to it when you need to, and then you can jump to piecing the blocks. So say you cut out Mr. Cookie first, and then you go piece him, and then you can go back and cut out the Christmas tree and then go piece it. So you can jump back and forth, or you can get all the cutting out done at one time and watch all of those videos and then go do all the piecing, which is kind of how I like to do it because I like to sit and piece as much as possible. And then in the quilting stage, you'll learn how to do that free motion quilting I talked about, or quilting with a walking foot. So all of those video tutorials will be in that section. And then we'll go to finishing your project. So I'm going to teach you how to square up your blocks and how to put the binding on. So you'll have 4 finished placemats or 1 finished table runner by the time you are done with this class. And the in-person class is running 8 weeks long. We're skipping October 12th, so we will end on November 9th, I believe. Yes, November 9th is our last day. So you'll be having, you'll get all of these projects done just in time for the holidays. So I hope that this encourages you to come join us, and we're going to have so much fun. So if you have any questions about this class, you can leave me a comment, or send me an email or a message through Facebook here. So I hope to see you soon and have a great night. I'm going to try to pop on here tomorrow night as well, and then I'll see you on Thursday for our quilting tips and tricks. So have a great night, guys. Bye.